What's good? Welcome back to the channel, guys. In today's video, I'm going to be covering Clan War League attacks in ZIKA down in our Champion League 2 division. We are actually not going to get promoted this month, but that is okay. We lost one war to the first place team, but I think we're going to bounce back strong for next month, and we're going to get that promotion next month. So we're not too concerned about it, but we're going to be covering that 2 Overgrowth Root Rider Valkyrie smash attack. A lot of people have been asking how we have been using this in Clan War League and picking up triples, and you can see in Champions League 2 we are picking up a lot of triples in this division with this attack. So we're going to do a 2-part video and show you guys as many attacks as we possibly can with this strategy, and that link is going to be in the description down below. Let's get right into the action. All right, on this first attack, we got a key coming in on this ring style base, double poison spell towers. We're going to start over here on the bottom side of this base with a Valkyrie to start a quick little funnel. Siege Barracks is going to come down, 1 Root Rider to open up that wall for the P.E.K.K.A.s and Wizards, and then we're going to use the Barbarian King on the right side of the base with another Root Rider to help create this funnel. And once this funnel is set, we're going to drop these troops right down the middle. Got Root Riders coming down, and the other heroes with the Valkyries as well. We're not going to see the Royal Champion immediately, but we're going to get this army push into the main. Oh, we got the Royal Champion actually come down on the bottom side of the base with the P.E.K.K.A.s. We're going to see that first Overgrowth come down on the back side of the base, and that's usually the best thing to do on these ring style bases. If you cannot create a great, or if you do get a great funnel, use that Overgrowth on the back side. If you guys need the Overgrowth to help with the funnel, just pick the best spot to funnel. Like you could also attack this base from 6 and 9 and then use that Overgrowth in the exact same spot that a key did, and then we're gonna push up this right side of the base and hopefully get the same results. We're gonna get that Town Hall down, still have some rage spells to use, and we're gonna finally destroy that Ice Golem. Been sitting there for a minute now, and we still got that enemy balloon as well, but the base is smashed at this point. You know, everything's destroyed. We just got what's left in here now. This can be a little scary. You got a ricochet cannon, you got a single target inferno, 3 builder huts, an expo, a multi-archer tower, and a monolith. So I know we got a lot of troops left. Thankfully, we still have a rage spell. We did use all of our hero abilities already, so now it gets a little tricky. We're gonna have to push through this final thing. Now, if you have, like a key did here, saved a rage spell, if you could save a rage spell for a compartment like this, it's gonna help you out tremendously, because there's a lot of damage going down and a lot of health on these defenses. You can see we lost a lot of troops right there towards the end here because of what we had trapped underneath that Overgrowth. But the Warden and a Root Rider and this Phoenix are going to finish us off with the Apprentice Warden as well. Not the easiest base to hit, but it's still able to get that 3 stars. All right, on this second attack in War 1, we got Gary coming in with this army. The only thing different that Gary did here was he chose to bring 1 heal spell and 1 less rage spell. So you're going to see we got quick, easy funnel, couple Valkyries and the Siege Barracks on opposite sides of this Town Hall compartment. And then we're going to push up straight from 6. And we're actually going to pull the Ice Golems pretty early here, which is kind of nice because we're going to have some Valkyries take some of these out. And we're not going to have to worry about our main army getting trapped down with that. So we actually do use the heal spell pretty early here with the Eternal Tome and Healing Tome. And we have a rage spell coming down as well to try to get these troops to move through pretty early. We got generic stuff on the heroes like we have, well, I would say generic, but we got the King's Gauntlet, Rage Vial on the King, got the Invisibility Vial and the Frozen Arrow on the Queen. And then we got the Eternal Tome, Healing Tome on the Grand Warden. And I believe, yes, Gary is still using the Hog Puppet, which I like the Hog Puppet a lot. If my Hog Puppet was maxed out, I would probably be using it on the Royal Champion with this army composition, because I really think the Hog Puppet is strong in spam armies, as well as the Rage or Haste Vial as well. I do like the Royal Gem a lot, though. The Royal Gem is still very, very strong, but I still think if the hog puppet's maxed out, you can kind of go either way. It's just user preference at that point. But currently I'm using the Royal Gem because my Royal Gem is almost maxed out and my hog puppet is not, because I was a little behind on the King's Gauntlet and pretty much all equipment to begin with Town Hall 16 when I came back to the game. So we've spent a lot of my ores getting the King's Gauntlet up and getting some of these other new equipments up as well, because I wasn't maxed out when all this new stuff started to drop as well. So but you can see we end up swagging basically 2 abilities there. Had the Royal Champion ability and the King ability at the end. So a lot of army left on this diamond style base, and I know a lot of people were asking for diamond style bases as well. All right, in this second war, we got your boy coming in with this attack strategy as well against this box style base with double rage spell towers. We're going to start with that king and a couple Valkyries up at 12 o'clock, and the siege barracks and a root rider and a couple Valkyries over here at 3 o'clock. And we're going to get this funnel going nice and wide. That way these troops push directly through the middle of the base. So we're going to start these root riders, Valkyries, the Royal Champion, and the Archer Queen all right here into that Town Hall compartment. You're going to see the enemy CC come out with the ice golems, and we're going to drop that poison right away. I do drop a freeze as well on top of those. That way my troops can get out of the Town Hall poison. And you're going to see that first Overgrowth come down here at 6 o'clock in this compartment with the ricochet cannon, multi-target inferno, and expo. And some of that is really just for funneling. I want my troops to push into that other scattershot compartment and get rid of the eagle artillery and the rage spell tower and everything like that. So we wanted to deal with that first. I do drop the last rage there just to really push through that quick and not take a lot of damage in that area of the base. And then we're gonna have to deal with that last scatter shot up top as well. We still have quite a bit of troops here still, and we have the Royal Champion and Archer Queen ability, and both of them are fairly healthy as well. And we still got the Spirit Fox alive. So at this point of the attack, we're feeling obviously really good because we got a lot of Valkyries left as well. And we got a couple abilities to get us through this ricochet cannon. Now this compartment's not nearly as scary as the one that Key went through, but it still could do some damage with that ricochet cannon and the infernos and everything else. But we're gonna push through this fairly easily and pick up a quick, nice sub 2 minute triple in Clan War League. All right, on this fourth attack, we got our clan leader, Hippus. If you guys aren't following him on Twitch yet, please go follow him on Twitch. He streams about 5 days a week and brings live content to our clan with Legend League hits and war hits as well. So he's actually using a little bit different version of this attack. You're going to see we got the King, Queen, and Siege Barracks over here, and then the Royal Champion up top with a couple other funneling troops as well. But we are using a couple baby dragons for cleanup and funneling, and then we also have one heal spell as well as the 2 overgrowths also. So we're gonna push through that push through that first compartment into the Town Hall compartment because this is a centralized Town Hall base. We're gonna save that warden ability as long as we possibly can. And you're gonna see that warden ability go off as soon as the Town Hall gets destroyed. I will say one thing too is Hippus is using a rage gem on his warden instead of the healing tome. Everything else is normal besides the seeking shield as well on the Royal Champion. So 2 different equipments, but it just shows you the versatility with this attack. You know, you can switch up equipment, switch up a couple troops here and there, even switch up spells, and this attack is going to be still very strong. It's all just user preference, you know, whatever you prefer to attack with, what you prefer to use as spells, what equipments you personally like. That's the great thing about Town Hall 16 is a lot of attacks are strong. A lot of these equipments are very good. So whatever you prefer to use, you can use and still be very good and still pick up triples in Clan War League. So we're going to finish off that last compartment with the Overgrowth, and that was a very fast triple. All right, moving on to War 3, we got Stetsi coming in with this attack. And the one thing that is different that I see right away is he is using 1 less rage and 3 more freezes. That's always an option as well. We got the Archer Puppet on the Queen, Healing Tome on the Grand Warden, and then just the basic stuff on the Royal Champion, so no haste vial as well. But having 5 freezes in this actually isn't an awful idea. I never have actually considered that. I've always liked the 3 rage spells, but honestly, having 5 freezes, it kind of seems a little strong too. So I've also had people say use 3 overgrowths. I have yet to try that, to be honest, but you can see we're going to get that quick, easy funnel on the outside of the base, push this main army into the center of the base, and use that first overgrowth on the right side where that rage spell tower was, and the ricochet cannon and the eagle artillery and everything like that. So as soon as that town hall goes down, we're going to pop that eternal and healing tomes and get these troops safe and healed up. Second overgrowth is going to come down on the exact same area right before they become untrapped, and we're going to actually purposely miss that ricochet cannon. That way we could take out that ricochet cannon before we had to worry about the rest of the stuff over there. I will say though, I do like to try to let those spell towers pop because then you don't have to deal with that rage spell tower when those defenses become untrapped again. So right here, the rage spell tower is still active. I would suggest waiting for that rage spell tower to go off and the rage be active, and then as soon as it pops, then you can actually put that second overgrowth down. And while it is trapped, the spell towers are not going to regenerate at all, so then you do not have to worry about the rage spell tower once these defenses are active again and you're pushing through the final part of this base. But you can see we're taking a little bit of time here getting through the outside part of this base. But once we get to this point, we still have 3 freezes. That's the incredible. So we actually saved 3 of the freezes for the last part of this base. He's going to freeze down that rage spell tower. That way it doesn't activate right away. And then we're going to freeze the scattershot ricochet cannon again, pop our hero abilities that are left over, and then we're going to pick up that 3-star. All right, in this last attack, Mo is coming in on this diamond style base. And we're going to actually be using a flame flinger on this one. So you're going to see we got a Valkyrie down to tank that mortar while this flame flinger takes the mortar out. And then we're not going to have to worry about damage being dealt onto the flame flinger. So this one's going to be a little bit more of a slower version because obviously the siege barracks gets the P.E.K.K.A.s down and gets going very quickly. But going to be great for funneling also. So you could always keep this option, especially in war. You know, you could change up. You've seen a couple different versions of the attack here. We're going to use the king in here to take out the enemy queen and also create some better funneling as well. Just because this is the diamond style base, it doesn't have to be just purely spam. You know, you can use this army strong, like just be strong with it overall, because Root Riders and Valkyries are a strong combination in general, and the overgrowth just makes it that much better. So you're going to see the flame flinger continue to get value up here. King got a lot of value in the middle and also pulled the CC, which is just a super dragon, so we can deal with that pretty easily with the archer queen as soon as she noticed that it's over there, which she did now. And the frozen arrow is going to slow it down, not going to get any major attacks off onto our main army. And we're going to save that warden ability for a little bit, use that first overgrowth spell right next to the town hall compartment, trapping down that ricochet cannon and a couple other defenses like the scatter shot near it as well. Warden ability is going to come through, protecting with the healing tome and eternal tome. And I think we just got basics, the stuff that we've been talking about. Royal Gem haste vial on the Royal Champion. We're going to push into that town hall compartment. Second overgrowth is going to come down, trapping down that part of the base again. And you can see there ain't a whole lot left in this base. We're going to be able to destroy this fairly quickly, get through that monolith, and then the army is going to finish off the rest. And we're going to have a moment to relax before these defenses become untrapped. And we go ahead and finish them off for the triple. What a great plan by Mo. That's the part of the perfect part about Clan War League, is you get to plan a little bit. So he planned the flame flinger over here to create that funnel, push in that barbarian king, like a little barbarian king dive, to take out the enemy queen and a couple other defenses. And he created that perfect L-shaped funnel so those troops could push through, had that overgrowth in a great spot, and then we pick up that triple. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the content as always. I appreciate you stopping in on an everyday basis and supporting the channel. This attack is insane and it's definitely flexible. You can do some different things with it. Change up spells, change up equipment, and even change up the siege machine as well and still pick up triples in War and in Clan War League. We're going to drop part 2 in a couple days with 6 more attacks from 3 more wars from the clan. That way you guys could see even more Clan War League attacks with this strategy. We'll catch you next time.